YouTube and TikTok right now. PCI, man. Good morning. Good morning. Uh-oh. Let's see. Good morning, y'all. Hey, T Southfall. Hopefully, I got Wi-Fi. Man, I'm in a weird spot. Usually, I'm alright right here, y'all. Good morning, everybody. I was up here a little bit earlier. We had the first book meeting. Man, that was a tough process this morning. Not gonna lie. Good morning, Monique Dion. Um, we're only 2 book meetings in. We are finishing up chapter 1, moving into chapter 2. And man, it's a process. The book is different. The book is definitely going to be different in the part series. That's all I really got to say right now. It's interesting. Good morning, everybody. Is hopping into live right now. Be back up here, of course, at 8 p.m. this Eastern. Good morning. Oh, what's good, man? What's happening, man? Good morning, Corey. How you doing? Casper 84. I'll be up here at 8 p.m. live Eastern most every night. Last night we were up here with the missus. We had a Loveverse Prison. Anybody that's been on any of my lives, good morning, Dina Marie. It's just a supportive, positive environment. We boot the trolls immediately. You can ask questions here, whether about my story, content, or your situation, your circumstance. Man, I talk a little like about incarceration. I talk about mental health. I talk about Jay Jones, what's up? I talk about substance abuse. I talk about relationship stuff because I'm married. I talk about business because I'm a business owner. I've been home for over 4 years now. Man, I gotta go to the barbershop too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, yeah, it's a beautiful day. This is just where we have good conversation. Jay Nice, thank you. I couldn't really respond. I was so focused on that book meeting, but thank you a million times over for just always being up here, just crushing goals. You love N Pimp C. Are you able to get your record expunged or do you not qualify? I can. Eventually I can. Garland and Arlie, what's going on? Yes. So record expungement is a very real thing. It depends on the type of crime for the criteria or length of time that it would take for you to get certain things. Oh, what's good, Corey? Yeah, let me make sure. Let me see that follow too. But it's just all about just that part, length of time, what type of charge, and then knowing the process. Usually, depending upon the state, it could be different. And then state versus federal charges, etc. But man, definitely do your homework. It can definitely be done, and I will be doing that. Thank you, Garland and Arlie, Grand Rising, Mandy J. And once you're off probation for X amount of time, you can apply for certain rights restoration, all that good stuff. He said, Corey said, I'm going through the process right now, getting my charges expunged. Keep me posted, though. I always want to learn from people that are already in the process going forward. I'm about 12 months out, a little bit more before I start the process. Boss Lady, good morning. Buenos dias to everybody in the building. We were up here this morning with my homegirl, Kirsten. It's very, very hard telling the story in a different way I'm learning. I can hear the frogs in the pool, by the way. There's a pool behind me. It's covered, but it needs to be clean, and I think it's a frog lagoon. Somebody said, are you Spanish? I am not. My father was Mexican, though. I was adopted from like 6 weeks old. It was a planned adoption. My adopted father was Mexican. Rest in peace, Luis Rolando Willers. And my mother she's black. So I grew up with, I was Blaxican with being raised up. Good morning, I love trees. What's good? What's up, Florida Pop Pop? Mandy J, appreciate that, heart me. Yep. But yeah, man, ask away, bring the questions. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to know about the 144-year journey? Is anybody watching the part series? Part 35 is up. I got to get part 36 up. A whole lot of stuff been going on. So it's our kids. My wife is Colombian and I'm black. That's what's up. You got that culture. I feel like anytime we can expose children to culture, people culture, man, we're good. Oriana Marie Wells, did you have someone holding you down? I did. I am married to my wife, who I said married to my wife, duh. My wife we got married prior to me coming home, and we met in 2017. Oops, I just gave up some of the story. Sweet Petals Cupcake, I'm doing good. How you doing? T Southall, do you cut your hair sometimes or just go to the barber? I cut my hair almost all the time. But at the school, I'm getting ready to do a barber class for the college students. Well, for any students that want it. So that's why I'm kind of like growing it out. And I need to grow my beard back. I'm getting ready to do Ian Bick. Yeah. Writing, how did you deal with that? What type of writing, Florida Pop Pop? Jay Nice, am I an only child? I am not. I am the oldest of 7. One of my younger brothers has passed away. And that's biologically. And then I have 2 older sisters, through my adopted family. Monique Dion, very informative. Appreciate that. What state are you living? I'm down here in Georgia, out the way. My mom was Hawaiian, Samoan dad. Okay, yep. That culture, man. Shout out to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii so bad, y'all. I don't know. That's just me. To and from the outside, writing. I don't know. That wasn't really an issue, writing. Guys used to pay me to write letters and stuff like that, so I don't know. That wasn't really a difficult thing for the Pop Pop. Have any of your siblings gone through the unfortunate prison system? Not as long as I have. Checking for frogs and everything out here. I would just say like they would do like jail bids and stuff like that. So hopefully none of them end up going to the prison system, but no, nothing that serious. Florida Pop said we shared how important it is to me, wonder how it helped you or not. I don't know, not necessarily writing. Expression for me is just what helps. Verbal, writing, I don't know, either way. I didn't really specifically sit down and write anything in prison outside of like programs, different curriculums, stuff like that. I did write 3 books while I was incarcerated, but I don't know, it's just not my passion. I like to engage people. I like to, whenever I'm able to be, public speaker, motivational speaker, I like to feed off the energy. And I'm very much a leader, and I'm somebody that challenges people and pushes boundaries. So I can do that in book form, and I'm getting ready to do that. I'm in the midst of one right now, but the heart of me, what helped me in that environment was being able to help the brothers teach, mentor, even though I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? Give some jewels when I could. Maui, I believe Maui would be amazing. How many parts do you think will be of the story? Corey, for the prison bid, I don't know. I want to say somewhere around 50, but I don't know. But then there's a whole nother series, Life After Prison, because I came home January 13th, 2020, right before the pandemic. And I didn't have time to decompress. My mental health was not good. I almost lost my marriage. I had a problem with the bottle again. And I'm not going to give y'all any more spoiler alerts. But I will say Life After Prison, which is a whole nother series after How I Got 144 Years, is probably going to be crazier than, and it's crazy because I've only been home 4 years. But as I told everybody, it's been a process. I never said I walked out the door at the prison and just been healed. Boom, I walked out the gate. Here I go. No, it was a process of me almost losing my mind. We faced tragedy in my family. When I came home, like me and my wife, it was a lot, y'all. I had to learn how to be a husband. I came home married with a mortgage. It was the pandemic. They were closing the world down. I'm watching the news. They saying everybody's passing away. It was tough. I don't know if y'all think How I Got 144 Years is, man. Wait till you get to Life After Prison. And I started a school. What? Who does that? And I say that in the most humble way, because I must have been crazy to do that. I can't wait for Life After Prison series. I appreciate this, Yama. It's coming. Man, it's coming. You're gonna have kids? Yes, sir. Me and the wife definitely working on that. Florida Pop said, I'm gripped by your experience. Me and Florida, we got on the phone, and not see who you see here is who you see on the phone. Who you see on the phone is who you see at the park or at the school. I am the same person. I am turned up 100,000%. I'm going to challenge you. I'm very specific, and I have a vision. And shout out to Florida, man, because he lasted a phone call. Everybody doesn't last a phone call with me. The people that last a phone call with me, we find a way to work together. Man, we do some dope, amazing things. But I do challenge people, and sometimes people don't want to be challenged, and I do ask for people to look outside the box and stuff like that. So I had to shout him out real quick. And I want to shout out everybody that's making anything possible right now. Jay Jones said, let me get that phone call. You'd probably be good, bro. It's all about, you know what it is? See, I'm always, how I came up, the brothers that, you know, was bringing me up in the hood or whatever, one thing they did teach me was accountability. You know what I'm saying? They taught me to get around people that's going to set a bar. Oh, no, we got bullfrogs over here. Hold on, man. I'm finna... Hold on. What you doing over there? I'm finna throw some in the pool so the bullfrog get quiet. But anyways, I came up around people that made sure you were accountable. They challenged you. You were not comfortable. When it was time to chill, we chill. But when it was time to handle business, we handle business. So, man, you cannot accomplish anything in this life by being around people that just they don't see the potential in you. They don't want you to go harder. They don't want you to see. This life can be so beautiful. I did 17 years in prison. I'm telling you, this life is beautiful, man. Regardless of, we just got hit by F2. I promise y'all. Look at this. Y'all can see it. We got hit by F2. There's a tree right there on the back of my house, my deck, everything. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, despite any obstacle, hurdle, man, it's anything is possible, man. This life, people will have you thinking you can't do it. People will have you thinking you can't live a certain type of life. Let me tell you a quick story. F2 SASAF is a tornado. It's like 120 mile winds, 120 mile per hour. And it uprooted trees. We cleaned up a lot of that stuff, but there's a whole tree, like I said, behind me, all that. But Peyton said maybe it's just your voice. Jay Jones said, need your point of view. Yeah, exactly. But listen, man, all I know is people will have you thinking you can't do something. People will have you thinking that your life has to be a specific way. If I can do 17 years in prison, y'all, and fight back, because that's what it's been, and I'm still fighting back. Yo, y'all can too, man. That's what the story and the message is with the content. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely to educate. We're gonna continue to educate people in regards to prison and all that, but it's also, man, just to hopefully motivate people and remind people that really, literally, you can do it if you want to. You can change. If you're having mental health issues, if you're having substance abuse issues, anything, man. Oh, dang. That's some transition lenses. You can do it. You can fight forward. Jose, he said, need your advice. Man, I'm here, man. Message me, or, you know what I'm saying, you could put, if you got a question, you could put it in the chat too. And I appreciate everybody liking the live, subscribing. Man, gifting if I missed anybody. I do apologize. We got 39 subscribers, 135 team members, and we are back at B5. Thank you to, man, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. I'm out the way. I am out of the way. Dina Marie said, I'm so grateful that you started this series to encourage and educate people. That's exactly it. That is the whole motive and purpose. It is not to do anything outside of that. It really is to educate, inspire, motivate. I'm never going to be up here talking about, hey, I'm perfect, look at me. No, we're not going to do that. That's corny and unrealistic. I'm not here saying I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. Not worse than anybody either. I'm human like everybody else. And I'm somebody, if I do fall, I get back up. And every day I do try to become a better person. And man, I can tell y'all, when you keep going in that process, eventually you're gonna get to a point where it pays off, and you can see the growth and feel the growth. When you can feel the growth, man, it's fire. Because I feel like first people see the growth from the outside before you really feel like you're there. But when you feel like you're there, it's like you still gonna go, you still gonna keep growing. But let me see. Jose said, I need your advice. I'm trying to do better. What are you trying to do better on? And I don't even know, and I hope, man, I'm not saying your name wrong, but what are you trying to do better on so I can answer more specifically? And I got you. Starlight 13 said, what do you do for now? I'm the co-owner and executive director of Lasting Layers of Beauty Institute. And I'm a motivational speaker, public speaker, and I have a nonprofit called The Life Unit Inc. Yeah, just repost Jose, because I can't really see it. I done missed the question and all that. Yeah, I don't even see it. But yeah, that's really what I do. I literally spend a good amount of time of just helping people. Um, Man, and then I'm in the midst of, there's a book being written, documentary, and podcast coming soon. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but everything that I do is geared to educate, and that's it. And I say that because people on different levels need help, especially to try to prevent jail. Yeah. That's another thing that we're trying to do. We're trying to get into, and I say we, like me and my team, we're trying to get into these jails and prisons, not just to talk to the guys, but to train the staff. To train the staff about what rehabilitation should look like, what is actually needed, etc. and more. So that's what we're working on as we speak. And it's valid. Different people need different types of help on different levels. And you have to directly engage and have conversations with people to understand what they need. So that's why I'm so big on dialogue. When you just write a book, or you just teach a specific lesson that's blueprinted out, it becomes hard to sometimes treat the remedy or whatever an individual is dealing with. But through dialogue, just natural dialogue, we can problem solve, we can reflect, we can do different things. You know what I'm saying? We can learn to be transparent through the process, and I just feel like more solutions and more work is being done there. So that's what I try to do with me and my organization, with people that are formerly incarcerated, dealing with mental health issues, substance abuse issues, whatever. We're there. Marisol said, I haven't done time. I now have a criminal record and fired from my job. Need help finding full-time work. I'm sorry to hear that, Marisol. Some quick tips, though. I did a post about it, and hopefully it helps. Depending on where you're at, temp agencies are always good to get you into employment quick, and they absorb your background so you can get into a place that may not be the greatest of jobs, depending on what type of work you're used to. But also you can upload your resume to Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and in the search bar put in for your area felon-friendly jobs. And then once you find all the jobs and apply for those, go in there and put equal opportunity employers. And these are the jobs and employers that typically they're felon-friendly, or they're not as strict on their background reports, etc. And then also, look at different things like driving gig jobs, because depending on your felony, you can still, if you want to do that sort of thing. But hey, DoorDash saved my life 100,000 times out here. It helped pay the electricity bill. Jose said, I'm 16 on house arrest with two weapon charges. Can you give me any advice? I'm trying to do better. Yeah, I just want to tell you this, Jose. Stop while you can. One of the biggest mistakes I see young people make while they are getting ready to face a prison sentence, they got some sort of bid or whatever's going on, is when they are already facing a court case, they get to panicking and they make things worse. They start to commit more crime. They start to break more laws. So by the time they actually go to court for what they were originally supposed to go to court for, they're already under investigation or being looked at for other charges. So while they could have just faced the worst of whatever was in front of them, while they were waiting to face that, they made it worse. So I strongly urge you, do not make it worse. Do not put yourself in a situation where you're going to continue to make bad choices. Whatever you do, if it's just those 2 charges, that's not going to be a life sentence. And I'm sorry, you might not want to hear this part. You may end up going to prison. But if you go there, even if you go to prison, it's not over, and you have to move that way. You got to think and always keep in perspective, this is not my last stop. I may have to face this to get it over with, but this is not my last stop. When you're right now, because you're still out or whatever, it's people, places, and things, and it's the same thing in prison. You only got 2 years, and I hate to say it like that, but I know kids that got those same charges, they're facing 20 off top. They're facing 10 off top, excuse me. So again, 2 years, you're 16, that it's not easy, but that's the worst. Do not do anything that could add on and turn that 2 years you're facing into 10, 15, or 20. I promise you there's gonna be a big difference you coming home 19 years old versus you coming home 40. Ask me how I know. That's step one. If you really care about your life though, because this is how I talk to you, I don't do all the, it's gonna be okay. Because you might not really care about your life, little bro. And I'm just being honest. And if you don't, that's not good. I'm telling you now, this isn't Call of Duty. You're not gonna respawn. Anytime that you forfeit behind that wall, you're not gonna get back. And most of your homeboys that you running with, if you end up getting caught for something else, and y'all are sitting in that detective room, I don't care how cool you think they is, how much family they are. If they offer him freedom, and all he got to do is tell on you and give you 20 years, he's gonna give you the 20 years, bro. So get out the streets right now. You done got your warning. You done seen it. You got 2 years at worst. Let that be your worst. Because if you don't let this be your worst, you're gonna move into a situation where, guess what? You're gonna be in the system. You're gonna come home, you're gonna do that 2 years. You're gonna be like, man, I'm back in the streets. I can still do it. I'm only 19. Next time you go back to prison, you're gonna go for 5 to 10. If you don't go for 20 to 40. And if you come home after that, the next time you come, I guarantee you going for life sentences. Why? Because they don't play with you. So stop playing with yourself. One of the things I used to tell the little homies and the little bros is check yourself before somebody else got to check you, man. And if you 16, if you grown enough to be walking around with those things and catching charges like that, then I could talk to you like this. It's time for you to man up, man. You're no good to your family, your mother, even to yourself. Never mind everybody, yourself, if you locked up. Face that when you get in there, if you gotta go, you take every program, you get a job, you get on a routine, you exercise, you read books, you better yourself while you in there. You turn that prison into a college campus. That's what I did. You don't allow them or them people in there that's gonna be negative, because there's gonna be a bunch of dudes locked up with you. They're gonna be testing you, trying you, and a few times you're gonna have to stand up on your toes. You know what I'm saying? But you carry yourself as a man with respect in there, 9 times out of 10, that's not really gonna come after you. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna come to you. You see what you don't see, you hear what you don't hear, you respect everybody in the environment, you keep it moving. You're not there to make friends, you're there to go home. That's it. You don't make that your place to stay. You get into programs, you do what you gotta do, keep a job, like I said, you work out, do the things that you need to do. But don't make it worse, bro. Don't make it worse. Don't end up in a situation where you're giving up 17. And excuse me, y'all, I had to let him know, because this is a young man. He said, I tried to go in the programs they gave me before I got into this. That's all right, you tried before, but now you got to keep going until they let you in. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. Appreciate that one proud Navy mama. Yeah, you've got to, you're in a place now where if you don't understand how real it is, they will make sure you understand how real it is. That's what I need you to know. If you don't understand how real it is, they're going to make sure you understand how real it is. Sweetness, I appreciate that. And here's the thing. This is real talk. I need you to hear me. Look, this is real talk, man. Just because you don't feel like you should be in prison, that does not mean they're not going to put you in prison. That's not a defense. You know what I'm saying? He said they keep stalling on me. If all you're facing is 2 years, I would still find 2 years is a long time to be away, but man, it could be worse. And if that is what you're facing at that age, you can get through that. But you got to start making the right decisions now. People, places, and things, man. Get away from people that don't care about their life. Get away from people that's trying to put a battery in your back. If anybody really love you, little bro, I'm telling you, they not gonna put you in harm's way. If anybody really love you, they not gonna put you in a situation where you can end up in prison or in a box. I'm telling you. Part 36. Part 36 is coming soon. Part 36 is coming soon, y'all. Thank you to everybody that's supporting the part series. Thank you everybody liking the live right now, subscribing. Let's try to get to let's try to get to 3,000 likes real quick, man. This is a midday live, early morning live. We got sticks over here falling on me. We live with it. Lord, it just hit me with the jam. Thank you to everybody that's been subscribing, joining the team, gifting. We just moved up to a B5. That's amazing. Jose, get with look up Google. Start applying for every job you can, depending on the area, every restaurant. I walk in there, most of them are hiring. Man, get on Indeed, go to temp agencies, whatever, McDonald's, just get a job right now. Get into every program you can. If you want to go to church, mosque, somewhere, some positive environment, just get into positive spaces. If you need to be outside your home, make sure when you leave your home at this point, you're doing something productive. You go out there with purpose, or you with your family, your mama, your dad, or or you just not doing anything negative, bro. Said I'm still on house arrest, but they're gonna give me a curfew soon, so I'm trying to get on top of that. Jay Jones says, so you say if someone love you, they not finna call you out to ride when they know you on different things. No, 100%. Listen, if I know my brother is positive and he's a father of two and he goes to work and works a 9 to 5 every day, right? And I'm in the streets, there's no way I should be calling him for help. There's no way I should be, hey bro, I need you to come pull up with me to the corner store. I got to arguing with dude, he bumped into me when I was walking. There's no way. And then not even if he's on positive things. You could be on negative things. If I love you, I shouldn't pull you into my mess. I shouldn't be trying to put you in a situation where you're not going to be free. Because check this out. 9 times out of 10, when somebody is putting you in a situation where you potentially won't be free, when you jeopardizing your freedom, guess what's going to happen? They not going to be there when you locked up. They not going to fill that void. They're not going to be there to help your mama, your kids, your girl, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They not going to be there. So if you can't appreciate that, Bo saying, I can't even say the name, man. Bo Sinceros, man. I sent you to follow, and my pronunciation is horrible. I hope I said that right. But they not gonna be able to fill that void. So if you're not able to fill a void that I may not be able to fill, why would I even allow you to put me in a situation like that? You understand what I'm saying? If I love you, you will not be in a place of harm. If it happens, it's because we were out. We got to arguing on accident, and not if it won't be me, because I'm gonna try to get us up out of there. But yeah, man, understand that there is a difference between the people you love and the people that love you. I promise you, there's a difference. 9 times out of 10, the people that you love, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, but there's a good chance that the people that you love do not love you. You understand what I'm saying? Pay attention to the people that love you. The people that love you, they will only put you and want for you to be in better situations and circumstances, man. That's what love is. If I love you, I don't want you in no harm. I don't want you in prison. If I get into it with somebody tomorrow, I'm not gonna call my brother and say, hey, but I need you to ride with me, because that could take him away. Now, I'm not gonna get into it with nobody, but I'm just saying, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'm glad you asked that questions, man. I didn't used to go out with a purpose and crash out. The crash out culture is crazy. I don't understand the crash out culture. I be talking to the young people, and I'm grateful young people talk to me. I be like, yo, what's wrong? What's going on? Like, you're 16, you're 15, you got your whole life. But this is why I be talking about mental health. This is why I be talking about trauma. This is why I say create safe spaces for the youngins, for the teenagers, for the kids. Don't make them feel like they judge, man. When they come holler at you, let them holler at you. Don't be, when they looking, they talking about, a 15-year-old come to you talking about, yeah, I smoked the cigarette. You look like, what the heck? How you gonna keep talking? There will be no room for dialogue, which can bring change. Somebody, one of these youngins come at you, talking about they getting ready to crash out. Don't look at them crazy. Be like, what's good, man? Let's talk. And talk to them. Talk to them the same way you would want to have talked to yourself if you was in that situation, man. Jay Jones said, that's kind of what I'm trying to talk to you on the phone. I'm in a weird situation right now. We can set something up, man. Email me for sure, thelifeunitinc@gmail.com, so we can set up a time. We might be able, I don't want to say that. We might be able to do it today. I gotta see. Yeah, that's why I don't get my family in the stuff. Yeah, you don't get your family in the stuff, but did your people get you in the stuff? Or did your situation just, it was all you? 9 times out of 10, when I see somebody younger, it was their people. Or it was a group of young people that was feeding off each other. I just want to say again, yo, it's cool that you don't get your family and stuff. That's because you love them. Now, outside of those people, are there people getting you into stuff? That's the question. You understand what I'm saying? That's the question, bro. Like, that's how you identify. Take a mental, see, yeah, they did. Oh, it was all me, but they type ratted on me. That's what I'm talking about. There would be, they type ratted on me. There would be nothing for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? I used to take my anger on the world. There's no need to take out the anger on the world, bro. Real talk. There's no need to take out the anger on the world. You say it's my own blood. My cousin, guess what? My cousin's the one that threw me under the bus too. That's real talk. But there's no need to take your anger out on the world, because guess who has to deal with the consequences if you do something to make things worse? You understand what I'm saying? Don Star, what's good? If you do something that makes things worse, they don't have to deal with that. I mean, depending on what you do. Yeah, obviously, if you do certain things, they have to deal with it. But no matter what, your penalty is gonna continue. It's gonna be worse. It makes no sense. You gotta let people end up where they end up sometimes. You understand? Because if they've done certain things to you, they'll do certain things to other people, and eventually, something going. I mean, karma, man, it's real. That's all I'm just gonna say. You don't have. What I'm saying to you, Jose, is you don't have to. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It'll take care of itself. And hopefully the way it take care of itself is they start moving right. You know what I'm saying? Because all of y'all are young. But man, I hope you learn that the streets is not worth it. You understand what I'm saying? There is no get back. But do not make it worse, because it's only 2 years. You learned a lesson, a valuable lesson, but I'm going to tell you something. This lesson that you're learning, Jennifer, I appreciate that. This lesson that you're learning, guess what? Might have saved you a 20-year prison sentence. And that's how you got to look at it. That's perspective. That's perspective. Oh, Dawn said, I have a list of felon-friendly work-from-home jobs that might help someone. Where can I send it? Man, Dawn, please, 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 thank you. Anybody that has help, useful information, you can either post it direct to the Facebook page or the Life Unit Inc., or you can email me at thelifeunitinc@gmail.com so I can forward that information to people. Jennifer Free and D says, send it to me. Dang right, man. That's great information. Somebody was just asking about job information for somebody that had a felony conviction. So thank you. That was on time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, man. Hey, Jose, there's no get back. There's no reset. I hope you hear me. I hope you hear me. I hope you hear me, bro. I hope you hear me. 2 years is hard, but trust me, it could be so much worse. It could be so much worse, bro. I'm not even, like, you're still good. You're still good, man. Even if it doesn't feel like it, the worst of the worst, you learned a very hard lesson. You seen who everybody was. You're probably gonna see a little bit more. He said, all I got is my mama. Guess what? That's all I had. When they got me, excuse me, when I turned myself in, listen, I was a pretty popular guy. I ain't gonna lie. I was pretty popular for whatever that's worth. I had, friends. I had a girlfriend. I had all that stuff. Before I got sentenced to my time, everybody was gone. It was just my mama. When I went to that courtroom for my sentence, and every single court date, you know who was there? My mama. So shout out to the mamas. Dawn Star, for everyone asking, I posted to the Facebook later today. Best of luck, y'all. Appreciate that, Dawn Star. Appreciate that, man. Please send her some follows. Show her some love. She just came through with some amazing information, man. She's a content creator. She's a business owner, all that good stuff, man. So thank you for the information for sure. Jay Jones, I'll see that when I get to my emails. I'm definitely on it. Thank you for everybody that's been patient with my responses. I got a team. I got some people that are going to be able to help me respond. So, I emailed you and said on here, I'm working from home. I'll send you my company I work for so you can give it to the people. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yo, we need to do this every live. We need to just start seeing what people know. Y'all, hold on. I'm about to write information. exchange. Because you never know who has what information that can help, man. That's fire. That was organic. My own blood got tight. I bailed myself out. Man, you just got to focus on your peace, your freedom, and that's it. Yes, great live event, Jennifer Free indeed. Shout out to networking. Shout out to, I don't know, shout out to conversations amongst the conversation. That's what I like. Appreciate everybody, man. I always got to take time to say thank you to everybody that's tapping the screen, liking the live, sharing the live, letting people know we're here right now. Wanted to definitely hop up here. Thank you to everybody that's subscribing, joining the team, gifting. We are League B5 daily ranking. I don't even know, 39 subscribers. It's amazing. I'm grateful for it all. It helps get the message out there. It, as I always say, to me is more than content. I don't take it as fun. I get up every day and I'm trying to think of different ways to get a message out there and give different perspectives, because I feel like the more perspectives that can be given in a more transparent way, the more opportunity it is to be impactful to somebody that needs to hear you know, the truth of the matter. So yo, thank you guys so much for supporting and continue to make this possible. I'm so grateful. I'm getting back. My mods were like, yo, you need to get back to scheduling a live time. I'm up here looking, guys, I got a whole roof in my a hole in my roof up here. Tash, I appreciate that from the tornado. But my mods were saying get back to a time for the live, so I'm getting back to the 8 p.m. lives. I'm gonna try to stick to that so we can get back to building a live community. I think it was fire. We were just networking and showing so much love right there too, by the way. But yeah, that's the gist of it, man. It's a positive space. It's an environment where you can come and ask questions. Sometimes I have different people up here, some of my brothers that were behind the wall with me. My wife, who married me while I was incarcerated, she gets up and asks questions from the spouses, etc. And yeah, I like, we support the youngins. We support everybody over here. Jose is somebody that's younger. He's 16. He's been asking questions. Say, any advice to quitting the tree because I don't want this as my only source to relax? Yeah, I would say hands down, the advice for me is look at your lifestyle and ask yourself, does it make sense going forward? If it doesn't, it doesn't. And obviously you recognize that it can be an issue when that's your only source of relaxation because your body becomes dependent on it. People are like, it's not chemical or whatever, but it still is a substance that alters the mind. So I think it's really big that you recognize that first, especially at that age. So I want to salute you. There are always things you can do to replace. I know for me, not the best of habit, obviously, if you've seen my teeth, but man, when I would quit, you know, the tree or anything like that, it was candy. It was Mike and Ike's and Tootsie Rolls. Don't ask me why, but I just needed something initially just to, you know, be in place, I guess. Instead of reaching for something to light it up, I would reach for candy, and I don't know, in my mind, it was like substituting the action. Also, I had to stay away from, you know, no harm and disrespect to my, you know, my people, my family, etc. But yo, if I knew they was gonna be doing that, I had to make sure I was on the other side of the yard, or, you know what I'm saying, outside the car, like, well, I don't know, just separate from them, because I wasn't trying to like change up how anybody else lived. But if for me, when I'm trying to abstain from something or quit, I have to be away from it to the best of my ability. So that was that. I set boundaries. I let everybody know around me that I wanted to quit. Like, I let everybody know, like, yo, so if you see me, say something to me. And the reason I said that is, especially the people that will hold me accountable, is because I hate when people hold me accountable. Yes, I said that. I accept it because I'm a mature adult, and I'm like, but I hate when people are like, I told you, or you said you weren't going to do that, or why are you doing that? I don't like being, no, not accountable. I don't like being a hypocrite. There you go. So I would get people to hold me accountable, so I wasn't a hypocrite. I wasn't saying I was going to quit, and then people, you know, still see me do it. So it was just that. And then there's other things, you know, there's support groups and everything. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what's going to work for you. Replace it with something healthy, though. You know what I'm saying? I would say, and find ways, if you're doing it to relax, find new ways to deal with your stress. Me, when I can, I go on hikes. You know what I'm saying? I do all this. Um, I don't even know what that was. I walk my dogs. I disconnect from the phone for 30 minutes. So there's certain things specifically that I do. I make sure I eat right. I make sure I exercise. Just certain things that I do every day to try to maintain my stress level so I don't have to do something like that to relax, if that makes sense. Yeah, but don't sleep though, Jose, because we really, when you on lockdown, take that time to better yourself. 9 times out of 10, I know for me, I was running so hard in the streets that I didn't have time to really focus on bettering myself. When you have to sit still, man, get on that same way you on this live right now. Get on the computer, learn a different language, learn a trade, man, build a social media platform on YouTube or something. I got a buddy of mine, he does video. He's not even in the video. It's like, I don't even know how, visual videos. They look cool with music playing. He gets paid from that. I don't think he doesn't get paid like a certain amount, but he gets paid. Do things right now while you have the opportunity to, and not only that, let's just say you start working on a business. When you go to court, you can present that this is my business that I started working on, or this is my business I already got up. Like, just look at certain things that you can do with your time, or this is what I recently learned. Look up, go get on Google. Oh man, somebody help me. There are certain platforms like Google, they got free classes, man. They got free classes. You can get quick certifications, or like, man, I gotta look up the name of that so I can bring that to the platform, because, or ask my wife. My wife knows the exact name of it. But it's like, it'll be like resume training or typing, you know, stuff like that. But man, there's these free courses, free certificate. Look them up, Google them, take them, better yourself. You know, fill yourself up with some more knowledge or whatever it is, and then also you're building a resume so when you do go to court, you can present that to the judge and say, well, this is the things that I've accomplished and such and such. Don't let your time just go by with sleeping. He said, all right, well, I wish you the best, man. I was over here answering your questions with good reason, man. Hopefully you got something from it, man. Shout out to everybody, y'all. Whew. Up here. It's another wonderful day. We're getting ready to go back in really quick. I'm definitely gonna hop back up here again later on, go live. Shout out to everybody. I've been up here twice this morning already. Got 43 in the room, 6.6K likes. Definitely gonna be getting into it more, y'all. Appreciate the support, pushing the message. I got stuff